Welcome. This is about quilt layout in Art and Stitch. I will show you how to use images exported from Electric Quilt to lay out a full quilt in Art and Stitch. Electric Quilt is a program to design quilt blocks and full quilts for piecing. Here I am using a background image in Art and Stitch based on an Electric Quilt project. The image of the quilt has the right dimensions, so I have placed and aligned the quilt patterns on top of that image in actual size, ready to send to the Longarm system. Let me show you how I got that image into Art and Stitch. This is the Electric Quilt program. I have opened my project. Let me open the right quilt from the sketchbook. Here it is. To turn this into an image, choose menu File, Export Image. Choose the JPEG file type and enter a name for the image. Then click on Save. In the next window, enter the dimensions of the quilt. 36 inch in this case. Choose the lowest resolution, otherwise it will be a huge file size. Clear the boxes. I just want colors, not the outlines. JPEG quality 50 is just fine for our purpose. Close Electric Quilt and then go to Art and Stitch. I will open the background image in a new design page. Click on the Backdrop tool in the Artwork toolbar and navigate to the folder where you exported the image. Normally that would be the Images folder in the Electric Quilt Projects folder in My Documents. Click on it and click on Open. There you go. Make the background image a little lighter and click on Apply. That should do it. Now you can assemble the quilt patterns and place and align them on the quilt. Here I'm picking up a block from the Custom Shapes library. Let me rotate it 45 degrees to put it on top, or on point I should say. Resize it using the Transform tab, click on Apply. Align, zoom in for better precision. Remember that the image is the right size, so you can actually align it to the image. A quick way of placing multiple patterns is using the repeat function. Again, zoom in, move and align. Now let me go back to the finished layout. Here I can hide the background image by clicking on the Hide Backdrop. When I click here to show the available throw space of my system, I can see that I could send more than half of the quilt to my quilt system to sew in one pass. Wait, let me ungroup that. Deselect and select again. Let me change the color so you can see what I can sew before advancing the quilt. So I could turn that into stitches and send it to my quilt system. But as this is a piece top, I prefer to send the individual blocks to the quilt system. That way I can align each block to the actual block on my frame. Printing this setup on one page is a great help. You can write the names of the blocks onto the printout so you know which pattern to load next. Sending stencils from Electric Quilt to Art and Stitch is even quicker. Here we are back in Electric Quilt. I have added a stencil to the sketchbook. Tap Stencils. Click on Edit to put it on the work table. Then, still in Electric Quilt, choose menu Export Meta File or Block. And then click on this beautiful button, Copy to Clipboard. You won't believe it, but that's all. Now open Art and Stitch and choose menu Edit, Paste Special. And let me do that in a new design page. Edit, Paste Special. There you go. Editable artwork. It's not ready for a Longarm system yet though. Patterns made in Electric Quilt are not made as continuous paths. These are all separate closed shapes. Therefore, assigning stitches will result in a lot of jumps. As you can see here, that's too many jumps. Let me undo that. You can let Art and Stitch figure out a continuous path and create backtracking where needed. Right-click on the pattern and choose Combine. Then assign stitches and look in the Zone Simulator. One start, one stop with automatic backtracking. If you prefer to create your own continuous path, then turn this pattern into a template. Make it a lighter color and lock it to the design page. Click on the lock icon and then click in the design page. Then take the curve tool or maybe the 3-point arc tool and trace in the desired path. If you have Electric Quilt, then you will love the way the images of quilts can be used in Art and Stitch to lay out a full quilt. And maybe your customer made the top with Electric Quilt. In that case, ask her to